Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dungeon Pop. This is the next episode of Dungeon Sphere. If you are unaware of what a Dungeon Sphere is, it is a sphere that has a dungeon inside. Now that we have gotten that out of the way, last episode, the team had entered the maze and had some really great memories and snapshots of things that they might not have been conscious to be able to see. We also had some sexy hawking moments, some endearing and loving moments with Lord Saronia, and some heartbreaking moments with Vrexil's mom and Braenna's brother. We also had a very nice bestie powwow between Canari and herself, so that was fun.
Canari's
entirely
best
not
friend.
what a powwow is.
Herself.
And before we get into that actually took like a minute. You also had to fight something, I think. No, you just got on the ship.
No, we did. We fought things. Swirlies.
Oh, we started that episode with the swirling death orbs.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Also, I apologize in
Swirling
advance.
death
My
orbs.
internet seems to be garbage for some reason, and I'm not sure why. So hopefully it will even out
this
here
country
shortly.
is falling apart.
Pretty much.
All right. I don't know if the supply chain affects internet speeds, but we'll see in approximately 5 months.
It probably
Anyway,
has more to do with the fact
Before
that
we
our
can
modem,
get back into everything.
our router is in the basement, and my sheet-in is in the second floor.
Oh.
Because we're smart here.
You're she done.
Mm-hmm.
You're her done.
You
I
can
have
move your router up.
I don't know if you know about these, but there's Wi-Fi extenders. I actually have one because I had the same problem. I was on the second floor and there was one on the.
We have
we
have the pods. Yes.
You have the extender, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No,
I
we're in
agree.
process.
Beautiful.
We're in process. It just takes a while because.
Mm-hmm. Might have to drill some holes.
Yep.
I love drilling holes. Anyway,
Ew.
before we begin, I'm very
How do I
handy
block
with the
myself?
power drill.
How do I ban myself from the stream?
Before we begin, I would like to congratulate Melissa on another fantastic episode that happened on Monday. It was great.
I clipped the last bit. You guys should go watch it on the Twitter because it was
Yes, and
super
if anyone's
fun.
around, go check out the Twitter because there's a nice little clip right there. We did miss Declan though, but
Yes.
If
No.
Declan was there, we would have caught Timothy. I'm real mad.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that Declan's gonna come back and all of the problems are just gonna be solved. He'll be like,
Oh no.
he's just like, wait, you did all of this? You should have waited for me. Here's all of the solutions to your problems. I don't
Yeah.
actually know if that's what's gonna happen. That's probably
Would
not.
have shot that rabbit so good,
The rabbit stool.
but then I got away.
So that is wonderful, and that happens on Mondays at 7 p.m. Minnesota time.
CST Doug Dev.
Doug.
Yeah.
It's my dad's name.
Doug. You know,
I don't know where
remember
Doug came from.
You
It's
remember
fine.
that cartoon show, Doug?
Yep.
Yeah.
Why were they all different colors? They were like blue.
It was
purple.
a beautiful story of diversity, Dev.
You can't ask that
Suppose.
question.
Why is everyone in The Simpsons yellow?
Well, that is because of radiation.
Cartoon.
That's actually
Radiation.
Yeah. the radioactive power plant. Mm-hmm. They all became yellow because of radiation.
Cool.
That's canon. I remember specifically that episode where Doug had that nightmare where he was on the diving board, and then he took off his shirt and he was just like all of a sudden from the skinny person to the just really big person, big and fat, and that stuck with me.
I
And
don't think I saw that episode.
I just want to point out that music in Owlbear is very jarring in comparison to the story.
It's true. So anyway, I should probably get started with the description of what you see when you come to the door to the Ethereal Plane. The dark wooden doors that rise before you are about 20 feet tall, have carved on their facade billowing clouds that seem to overlap in a chaotic, random pattern. As Raekwyn reaches the door and places his hand against it, just like the door that he had to place his hand against to enter the labyrinth. The door glows a little bit, the silver that seems to encapsulate and outline each of these clouds before it opens into the realm behind it. The water doesn't all of a sudden go. No, instead there's just like this wall of water standing as like a portal or a threshold between these two different realms. And so if you were to swim up to it and stick your hand out, your hand would be sticking out into this dry, foggy air. It's very mesmerizing in a way. It's like when you're approaching the surface of water from below, but instead it's sideways. You see your reflection on it, however dim because of the low light. And when you peer into the foggy interior of this new realm, it's pretty heavily obscured. Some places are probably a little bit lighter. You can maybe see 10 feet in front of you at one point, and then 30 feet in front of you at another point, depending on exactly how the ebb and the flow of the fogs inside really disperse the opacity. And in these fogs, you see hunched over, vague silhouettes of blurry creatures wandering slowly in multiple directions, diagonals, lost souls that are in these mists of lost souls, because that's what the name is. Raekwyn then turns to each of you and pauses for a moment, taking stock of each of you and your reaction to what you're seeing and seeing if there's any trepidations on your face. And then after a moment, he says, I will wait here until you return. And keep the doors open. And do not worry, if you die, I will know, and then I will leave. But I don't know what waits you inside. So please, proceed with caution.
Is this part of our plane? What is this place?
This door leads to the Ethereal Plane, and through the guidance of Augustus, the god of voyages, I was able to open the door into the fogs and the mists of the lost souls. So it is not the plane that you have come from, although these lost seas are in many ways the boundary between the two realms. So the fogs might seem familiar to ye who wandered in the fogs above. This labyrinth connects all of the planes of reality and beyond.
So do we just start looking then for... How does this work?
You go in
Yeah.
and you try to find what you look for.
I will pull out of my bag the candle, the Wanderer's candle, and I will hand it to Braenna.
I will
It's
take
in
it.
D&D Beyond if you wanted to look it up and add it to your inventory for reference.
Okay.
Thank you, D&D Beyond, for being a great repository for homebrew spells and items. If you would like to sponsor us, please give us money.
Vrexil's going to walk up to Braenna.
Swim
Oh yes, swim.
with your octopus tentacles.
And start to pull out a quill, and then we're underwater. Turns around, digs out this like fangled metal contraption, an underwater pen, like those astronaut pens, and starts drawing in the water in front of Braenna, and is going to cast Enhance Ability. and give Braenna Owl's wisdom. So you advantage on all wisdom-based checks.
Probably a good choice.
And suddenly you feel enhanced in the wisdom department. Things are clearer, things are connecting more, and you feel, in a way, more understanding of what's around you.
Vrexil will just kind of say, no matter what we're about to see in there, just let's give it our best shot, yeah?
Gonna find him. Braenna takes a deep breath and starts walking forward.
And as you pass the wall of water, this vertical surface, you are deposited into this realm, and when you look down on the floor, it looks as though you're just standing on the surface of a cloud. It almost sinks beneath your feet. If anyone has seen Steven Universe, it's like Pink Diamond's room, except not pink, white. But it's firm. Though there's no wind, but somehow you have a chill on your skin. And you're not wet. Neither is the candle.
Cool. Cool.
Braenna's through.
Yeah, Braenna's through.
I would go after.
Vrexil's also going right after, yeah.
I look over at Moxie and make sure she's okay to walk in before.
Yeah, Moxie looks like a little kind of preoccupied, but she just kind of like nods and follows last.
Reaching this vertical surface, you all are also deposited into this realm of ethereal fogs. And the first things you hear are just distant moans of agony, sobs of remorse, and a scream here and there. Every so often you'll hear somebody pass by to the left, or was it to the right? You'll hear babbling and murmuring. Symptoms of denial or insanity. And every so often you feel as though there's something out of the corner of your eye, a vague shadow. But everything around you seems out of reach and nearly out of sight, other than your peripherals.
Braenna's just gonna stand and listen.
Go ahead and roll a perception check. See if you can discern anything specific.
Oh my god, I missed my whole dice tray. There we go.
Oh, that
Boom!
rhymed. I should get my dice.
Ooh, buddy.
Was that a natural 20?
That was a natural 20.
Good first roll. All right. You don't hear what you were hoping to hear. Instead, you hear the sounds of a man just over and over again saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You hear a woman nearby. What you think is a man, what you think is a woman, like in terms of the feminine and masculine qualities of their voice. And you hear, I confess to the murders, the murders of my children. Just people all around, just confessing their sins or being in states of remorse, agony, grief, despair, broken souls.
We have to keep going. He's not near here. Braenna will start walking forward.
And I need everyone to roll me a perception check to see if you can stick together.
Oh man, we didn't tie ourselves together.
Oh no.
Who knew? You said perception to see if we can stay together?
Yeah. You gotta make sure that you can keep an eye on each other.
13.
Braenna got a 16, but she's not looking backwards.
18.
25.
20 total.
What did Umbran get?
Oh, 13.
That's not bad. All of you, Umbran, you think that you've lost them at first, but you turn around and they're right there. I was just hoping nobody rolled terrible. Because that would have been funny.
I think
Go on,
our definition of funny might be different there.
Our own little ghost adventures.
Ghost adventures.
Yeah. So, it's gonna be a little bit of a trek. Just you're gonna keep walking, and it's gonna feel like you haven't walked at all, but like you've been walking for ages at the same time. Very paradoxical.
Vrexil can see 120 feet into the ethereal plane. Has he seen any weird nonsense here?
You are seeing.
Yeah. It's the ethereal plane. We're there. We've made it. We're all seeing it.
You are seeing all of these different forms and figures. You're just seeing them clear. They're not just silhouettes to you. You're seeing identifying features. Some
I was gonna
people
say-
seem to be crooked.
Yeah, so because I would imagine for him, 120 feet means the fog doesn't really do anything in that.
Mhm. Yeah, so the fog doesn't obscure anything for you. I'll say that it's just kind of like dim light. Because that's the invisibility, right? You already, yeah. You
I
know
also
that.
can see invisible things. Yes.
Yeah. There's nothing invisible.
Is there a scryer vision orb following us?
Yeah.
Through
There is.
the plains. That's weird. I don't like that. Oh,
That's how you get dreaming dark portals right there.
yeah.
Occasionally, Braenna will be calling out Andrew, listening, like saying it in her mind as well. Like she doesn't know if it's actually doing anything, but she's also like saying it in her mind too. And
Nothing seems to happen at first.
continuing to walk forward.
I need everyone to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. Not bad.
You hear a person going crazy, just trying to pull out his hair from his head, and you hear him say, "I am Zal the Conqueror! I will capture the Avatar!"
Get out.
Great, now we're gonna get sued, Dev, saying.
Dev, is this against a magical effect?
Not from a spell or anything, just the overwhelming area around you.
Okay.
So if we go by Monsters of the Multiverse, you don't have advantage, but if we go by before that, you have advantage, and you get to choose.
Tough decision.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna choose advantage.
I rolled the same thing. It doesn't matter. 17.
All right.
Also
Braenna
a
roll?
17 for Umbran.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
25.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Moxie's fine too because high wisdom.
What
Hey,
is it?
go-
Wisdom
Wisdom
save.
saving throw.
Wow. An 8.
Oh.
Oh God.
Not
Well,
fine.
Moxie,
Not fine.
you forget your first name.
Okay.
Again.
Matilda, gone.
Oh wait, so do I still remember Moxie?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. Well,
Nobody knows this.
between
even
you
know
and
this.
me, I don't really think Matilda is something you gotta hold on to.
There goes Dev.
It was funny. Yuri, once again, another banger.
I am the master of comedy, okay? I don't know, you guys don't know this yet.
All right. Have you lit the candle?
1 second.
Speaking of candles, while we take a minute, tomorrow is my mom's birthday, and she just got
Woohoo!
on stream. So happy
Yay!
birthday tomorrow!
Happy day before her birthday, except
Happy
time is
birthday.
relative, so it's
Watch
it
it
is your
tomorrow, and then we'll all be saying happy birthday
Yeah,
on
that's
your
true.
actual birthday.
birthday. Happy birthday from the past to the future. That's it. That's the chaos for today. So, Braenna, candle is in your hands, but hasn't been lit. Your current
Yeah, I don't, because, like,
current activities aren't producing much results.
because the, like, when you light it, that's a charge, but does it only stay lit for a certain amount of time? Like,
It doesn't expend any charges when you light it. It expends a charge when you cast either Speak with Dead or Anti-Life Shell. Lighting it, it just stays lit.
oh, okay. I was thinking that lighting it was, like, when you light it, you can spend one of the charges. But it, like, okay, got it. Yeah,
Yeah, so it'll melt once you expend a charge, because then one of the runes on the that's carved on the side will disappear, and then it
Okay.
can go past that rune. To the
So
next rune.
it's a never burning candle unless you actually spend a rune. Okay, got it.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Then yes, it is lit.
How do you light it?
Give me a second, I have shit. Don't worry.
I was gonna say I have a tinderbox if you need it.
Yeah, I have a tinderbox
I
too.
have Chaos Bolt, but it might take a minute.
I have a tinderbox. I have
Yes.
You go to
all the
light
stuff,
a
yes.
match, and it does not catch.
rude. Anyone else want to try? Because
How did we light this last time? I thought we
Last
just lit a
time
match.
we were on the material plane. I think the ethereal plane works a little different. Yeah, the only fire spell I know is Chaos Bolt, but again, it might take a minute.
I could also try like pulling out my anvil and just like making all sorts of sparks and shit. Anyone else have thoughts? Because that's what I got. I need
Best
to,
thing
we
I
need to
can
get
do.
this light.
Moxie would definitely 100% cast light on it, and then be like, ta-da!
I'm not sure that it's useful in...
That doesn't count?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I tried. That's all I got.
I appreciate the thought. I don't have anything else, guys.
I have Sacred Flame, but that doesn't do.
That is radiant damage.
Yeah.
Okay, I need a 3 on my D8 if literally no one else can do fire.
Oh. Well, that's it.
Wasn't
12.
anticipating nobody to be able to do fire.
Well, guess what, Dev?
What we have! Alright!
Expect
I
the
apologize
unexpected.
if I hit you with this.
No, everyone back up.
Braenna's holding it.
Okay. I get 2 D8. And hopefully, like 10 damage doesn't incinerate the candle. Would you like me to roll to hit the candle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming an 18 will hit the candle.
It beats the candle's armor class.
Okay. This is 2d8. Let's hope one of them's a 6. 3. No, it's a 7 and a 5.
Shit.
That's lightning or psychic damage.
You psychic damage the candle and nothing happens.
No.
It is not susceptible to psychic.
Well,
I
that's
think the
good.
lightning might not be a good idea, so.
So in my inventory, I have the cigar, and I just wrote partially used, still good. Do you think that's still on fire?
Alright, Vrexil is going to take out from the bag of holding the musket, and then from his tinker's tool supplies is going to take out like a long piece of twine, stick it into the firing chamber, like a like a 3-foot thing of it, and like wedge it in there right behind the charge of the bullet, and then all the way down, and then put the other end of it next to the candle, and then just kind of into the air, looking around, being like, cover your ears.
Roll me a, tinker's check using your intelligence.
Alright.
Tinker tools. Just in case you got the whole, apparatus correct.
Alright, that's only a 7 on the die, but I have +5 from intelligence and +6 from proficiency because I get the bonus to double it, so 18.
Alright. It strikes and then lights.
Yeah.
Then you light the candle, and upon lighting it, the flame, which looked like a normal flame at first, becomes a greenish purple. And it seems to billow outwards, word of the day, billow, because I've used that twice, until it expands into this 30-foot dome of dim lights, hedging out the fogs. And so you all can see clearly, unimpeded, in this 30-foot area. "30-foot radius area, so 60 feet diameter. And some of the spookies that were around you stop, turn, and then stare at you all. Stop moving, stop talking, transfixed upon the flame.
Brain's gonna start calling out, Andrew? But the Naiad said not to look at them, right? Or is that in the other place?
I can tell you in just a second.
This is why we take notes. We love it. My other group doesn't take any notes. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, don't look into their eyes.
Don't touch or interact is what I also wrote down. I should highlight this so that I can find it easier next time.
But that was also just like as we were going through the labyrinth.
But not in here.
I'm not willing to test that hypothesis.
I'm not willing to test that hypotenuse.
I think that listening to him, no matter what, was for the maze, but I wrote Lost Souls Trapped Forever, Don't Look, Eyes, Touch, or Interact, so I'm assuming that that has to do with, where we are now.
Cool.
Well,
So don't look in their eyes. So Moxie's, desperately trying to just look at nips.
oh, I thought you were going to say we have
Nipples,
to
the eyes
bird
of the
box
torso.
Yeah.
You know what they say, Rue? The eyes are the
Oh,
nipples
God.
to the soul. Maybe
The
it's
eyes are the nipples of the face.
That is a
Yeah.
sentence that has never been said.
Lots of shit happens on Snatch Game, Jacob. As you continue walking, all of the spirits that this aura of dim light passes by, they all stop. And as you proceed past them, they follow you. They seem to, you begin creating almost this parade of souls behind you. None familiar.
Brain just kinda... I think she's looking for red hair.
Mm-hmm. None of them all of them seem to be like these dark grays, blacks. Not a lot of color on their clothes, skin, hair, teeth.
Okay, she's gonna keep walking. And calling out and all that fun stuff.
How are you calling it out?
She's just saying Andrew over and over again.
Just saying it, just normal. Andrew.
You know, how uncommon is the name Andrew? Perhaps you should specify which Andrew.
I mean, I can if you think it'll help.
I mean, it's worth a shot. I don't know much about names, though, so...
Is this also where we're supposed to be looking for Reginald, or is that in the maze? That's his name, right?
Reginald is from Team Genie.
No.
No,
Did I
Lord
also
Blue
name
Rock.
Reginald?
There can be more than one
There
Reginald.
can be.
There's 3 Aurelios in my home game that my players have already met.
Oh,
It's a very common name.
the Aurelio Trio.
Yeah. Yeah, the dragon asked us to look for his friend / I think lover, Reggie / Reginald is what I have in my notes.
Oh yeah, Reggie / Reginald.
Yeah, I highlighted it.
There's more than one Reginald.
Man, how fucked up would it be if we called for Reginald and our one true ally showed up and we're like, damn it!
No wonder we haven't heard from him.
I think so. Braenna's gonna start calling out Andrew Ironbeard, and then she's gonna start calling like memories of things they did, like when she beat up the bully at school, and different stuff like that.
All right. You just. What volume are you doing this at?
After a while, significant volume.
All right. As soon as you get to a shouting volume, the voice and his name and these memories seem to echo throughout the room. And in front of you, stepping into this dim light, is a hunched over, dilapidated clothing, scruffy red beard, red hair flopped over, complete disarray. The boils that he had when he was dying, all gone. But the spirit of Andrew stands 30 feet in front of you, entering this zone and transfixing his eyes on the candle, just like all the other spirits that don't get closer than like the very edges of this candle, but they still follow you. And this whole parade train of spookies.
I think Braenna, when he walks into the circle, will like fall to her knees, be like, Andrew's.
The clouds that you have been walking on just seem to puff out as you land.
And she's just like watching him.
He was transfixed on the candle.
That's him.
Everyone else you see, someone who looks very similar to Braenna, except little slighter, a little meeker, as if frail from malnutrition. But the Ironbeard hair, the Ironbeard beard. Also, Braenna, do you have a beard today or no?
No, not today.
Okay, not today. All right. I just
Because we're still on the same day as when we got up, I think, right? Like, what?
Time is funny.
Do you want me to... Do we say it's another day or no? I mean, it's up to you.
Let's do it. Let's roll it. Let's just do it for the camp.
Nope, no beard.
So close.
He has a beard. Smaller than Braenna's. Normal. Or 50%.
The one that we've now seen.
Yeah, the one that you've seen. But there. And he looks like Braenna. Braenna's on her knees. Almost like you see like heavy breathing and tattoos flickering.
What do we do?
I think you see like Andrew's name on her wrist is like probably like super glowy right now.
I mean, it's your job. You take the curse off him and shove him in the shard, and let's get going.
Yeah, Canari will nod and reach into the. I think she'll put a hand on Braenna's shoulder, and she's like, "I can start whenever you're ready."
It takes her a couple beats. Fix him, please.
Canari will turn to Vrexil. Do I know what order these things need to be done in? I'm assuming I have to break the curse first and then guide his spirit into the astral shard using, I'm assuming, the portable anvil as kind of a conduit.
You think that might be a good strategy?
Okay.
Based on your readings?
Canari's going to cast Enhance Ability on herself and give herself, I think it's Fox's Cunning, so she has advantage on intelligence checks.
Moxie will also do the emboldening bond and give it to, I don't know, herself, Canari, and Braenna.
Okay, that works.
That'll give you an extra 1d4.
Yeah. I was gonna ask either for that or for guidance from Vrexil, because I can't
Vrexil's-
concentrate on two things.
Oh, that's right. Vrexil's got enhance ability up.
That's fine. I think with Emboldening Bond, it's as good as I can get, because I don't think the D4s... I think Deb has said the D4s don't stack on that.
Oh, okay.
I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, you see Canari.
What did I say? Guidance and emboldening bond do stack.
They do stack. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Well, if you want to... I have a +4 to the check that I have to roll.
+5 from Flash of Genius. You'll get that.
Okay, well, that's... And then I'll get a D4, and then I'm rolling with advantage on this. So, great. Canari's going to sit and start that whole ritual. She opens up her... one of the books that she carried with her about curse-breaking rituals and the notes that she has in the margins. And she sits down, and it almost seems like the little bit of clouds almost seem to part around her as incense fills the air. I think Canari uses like a stick of incense, and she lights it with the candle. And weaves it around her hands as she's murmuring these incantations, and she walks up to Andrew, and she waves her hands in front of his eyes and face, and just kind of through his body in the shape of the Ironbeard crest, their insignia. And she kind of breathes in, and then as she breathes out, finishing this curse-breaking ritual, she lays her hands on his shoulders because she has to touch him in order for it to take effect. Okay, so emboldening bond first. That is, got a 2 on that. You said I got +5 from a flash of genius, Vrexil?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 16 plus 2 is 18 plus 5 from flash of genius for a 23 plus my religion modifier is a 4, so that's a 27.
7. It's a success on your breaking of the curse.
Ugh.
However, you feel
yeah.
the curse almost like this force that you're grabbing onto as you're holding him and you're trying to concentrate. And you almost feel as though there's cracks going throughout whatever is within him. And then you hear a voice. I will have revenge. Canari. And you see, almost in like a dark void of your mind, the face of Argadon. And the curse breaks, but it seems to almost break a seal. And Andrew's form begins to change. It begins to grow. He says, Braenna. Braenna. And his hands, this whole spirit becomes fleshy. His arms and his feet emerge from the attire he was wearing as these giant spikes. He hunches over, his neck grows a little, and his eyes turn black, and black ooze fall from his eyes. Braenna! And I'm gonna post a handout what it looks like. I am so lonely. And everyone roll initiative. As you are now facing
What did he
Andrew.
say?
He said he's so lonely.
No, thank you.
What, you don't want your brother back now? That he's on growth and mutating?
Wow.
Canari, in this moment, you break away from him as he's changing. You have one final insight into all of this. The curse, you've removed all of the layers of the curse. And this seems to just be one final act of Argadon trying to reach through someone he had previously killed for revenge. It's not a large creature, it's just medium sized. So Canari, you were like right close to him.
Yeah.
But you do know, in this moment of insight, that if you you might have a chance to get Andrew back out of this form. This isn't a permanent change for him. If you survive.
I think as like this has all happened, I think Canari's mind just flashes to her mom in like the seconds as Andrew is changing, and her eyes glow as she gives herself a vigilant blessing, kind of hearing the words of her mom. And very much fueled by a desire to fucking reach into the 9 hells and bitch slap this demon one final time.
He's getting his revenge.
Well, he's a little bitch. He can come fight me himself. If he's so powerful, he can come back and will catch all of these ants and this
Yeah.
ass beating that he's about to get.
He is a demon, so he is.
Get him.
Once I get
That's
divine
kinda like-
intervention every single day until it works, I'm going to just murder. I'm going to bring him back and just watch
Celestian,
him.
please murder him.
leave.
Celestian, please
Just
murder
murder him forever.
No, that's divine intervention. Every day is Oinalath murdering day.
him. All right. Did anyone
Hell
roll over a
hath
20?
no fury.
Like a Canari scorned?
This is just you, Dev. Just me. Just. Oh. I did not get over a 20.
Okay. Did anyone? All right. 15 through 20.
19.
I got an 18.
Moxie, formerly known as Matilda. 10 through 15.
Well,
Four-
my name is just Moxie. What are you talking about?
12.
14.
7 for Vrexil.
Braenna, you get to start combat with a with inspiration.
Oh.
Cool.
What did Vrexil have? What'd you roll?
7.
7.
7. Okay.
It rolled a natural 20. It's going first.
Right.
Canari, make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. This is an attack. It just seems as though as he's like inhaling, it's pulling your own life force out of you.
Ruh-roh, 2 shows in a row.
Oh, you're not aging.
Right. I get. What is my wisdom modifier on this? Even on advantage, I only rolled an 11.
Vrexil's gonna add a flash of genius.
Oh, okay, plus 5. Plus
As-
5.
16.
As the transformation is happening, Vrexil like has some recognition of this and is like, no, bad, back
and then
away.
I get a +4 from
Yeah, I was gonna
Golden
say
Bond.
it hasn't been 10 minutes yet, so.
Oh,
The
okay.
plus the D4 would not have done it. Flash of Genius is the only like thing that probably could have saved you.
Well, yeah. I mean, I rolled a 3 on the D4, so I would have ended up with 14. So,
All right,
thank you for
can-
saving Canari's life.
There is no effect as it moves. It's going to go to the right and provoke an opportunity attack if you would like to take one. And it just yells. Not yells. Almost gasping. Braenna! I missed you.
Why not? Just because it seems like a good moment. Canari's gonna try and feed this thing some soup from her ladle as her opportunity attack.
You pull out the soup and you're like,
Chicken noodle
everything's
soup for the
sold
soul,
with
bitch.
soup.
This is one of the stupider things I've done. This is an 18 to hit.
All right, that'll hit.
Cool.
Smack him with that ladle.
Ooh, I do 9 points of non-lethal soup damage.
Canari, as you swing it, you feel almost this force behind your hand, this connection to the ladle. And you're thinking, this is more than just a ladle. A mithril ladle. Something else to this. And you ponder on it. As it shoots a harpoon arm out at Braenna.
My
At
ladle?
advantage.
I thought you meant the ladle did
Yeah,
that,
me
and I was
too.
like, that seems really weird.
Oh, no.
For a
So
ladle
the,
to use, but
I know what the
fine.
ladle does.
this creature holds up his harpoon arm and it fires out at Braenna, who said she was on her knees and is thus
Yeah.
prone. But no, you're not prone. Then he'd have disadvantage. I take that back. But you're on your knees, which means you're as tall as Vrexil. Alright. It wouldn't have mattered if you had disadvantage or anything, because you rolled a 17 and a 16 on this advantage.
Like Vrexil just caught a stray for no reason on that.
Just a
That's
funny
how
one.
Umbran feels all the time. Everyone's constantly trying to stab Umbran with their words.
Yeah,
I
like when
love
Blue
Umbran.
Rock didn't offer you anything to drink.
I know, how rude are some people?
All
If
right.
you look at this
as
kid's
as
face,
the
he looks
harpoon
like
arm
a
is coming out,
human.
Braenna's like holding her hand out like to try to.
The harpoon pierces through your hand,
Oh.
and you will take a 14, 19, 22 piercing damage,
Jesus Christ. Okay, this is fine.
and the rest of it pierces through you, and then the arms wraps around. This arm wraps around yours, and you are considered grappled. And I need you to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Cool. I'm still got
As
the
you
thing, right,
feel-
Jacob? The enhance ability, or is that done?
That's
Yeah.
only ability checks.
Oh,
Not
that's
saving
right.
throws.
It's not saving
Um,
throws.
You do have emboldening bond.
Yeah, you have emboldening bond though.
No.
Braenna, you are yanked 30 feet towards it, just pulled as this thing shoots through your hand and then pulls you. And give me a sleight of hand check to see if you maintain hold on the candle. And while that's happening, you feel this wave of sorrow come over you, and you are feeling the loneliness that Andrew has been feeling while trapped here since his death.
17.
All right, you will take 11, 14,
More?
15 halved because you saved. 2, 7 points of psychic damage as the sorrow racks your mind.
Of sadness damage.
And then this concurs when you finally reach him. His other like harpoon hand wraps around you and hugs you, and he kisses your cheek.
Ew, those gross monster teeth.
No, my twin.
I don't know. This feels like a touching moment to me.
And
Yeah,
then
he's
it's
touching
Canari's
her.
turn.
Nari's choosing violence. Channel Divinity for Twilight Sanctuary. As her action, bonus action, she's gonna summon
And it moves with you.
Yeah.
Oh, I did the wrong thing. What am I doing? We're gonna keep it because I don't know how to get rid of it though.
That's fine. Then she will also cast Spiritual Weapon as her bonus action. And she's gonna do it. Yeah, right. Yeah, somewhere in there.
You can
gonna,
move it if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it around Andrew, kind of behind Andrew there.
Got the ladle, got the frying pan, got your kitchen, your Twilight kitchen.
That'll be the restaurant name.
How has it taken us 32 episodes to like finally get to this point? Yeah, and
Did
then
you ever expect Canari to end up being like have this chef theme when you created her?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Cool.
originally
love
was
it.
going to take the chef feat at level 8, but I changed my mind because I already
always
do
level 12.
so many temporary hit points.
That's true.
Cool. That's spiritual weapon only got rolled a 2 on the die for a 10 to hit.
Spiritual
So-
weapon was a 10 to hit. Then
Yeah.
Melissa, back to you. Was that 17 for your sleight of hand check or your wisdom saving throw?
That was sleight of hand.
Oh, you hold the candle. Roll me a wisdom saving throw. I thought it was for the wisdom.
The
saving
wisdom
throw.
save was garbage. We did that
Oh,
a
was
while
it?
ago. Yeah.
Oh, then you'll.
Yeah.
No,
that's
no.
what. That's
So
why I
there-
was. That's
there-
why I was
You
grappled.
have
I
2
thought.
wisdom saving
There's
throws?
2 wisdom saves here.
I thought that.
Is
Oh,
is that what you're getting at, Dev?
Wait,
Are
wait,
they
wait.
separate abilities?
I
No,
thought the
there was
wisdom
a sleight
save.
of hand check to hold the candle, and then there was
Yeah.
a wisdom save when you got in range of Andrew.
Okay.
Well, I thought the
So
wisdom
as
save
we
was
are-
because of the grapple.
Canari did a wisdom save.
No, I think
You-
if it hits, it automatically grapples.
It automatically.
But there was no save against the grapple. He already had you and was pulling you.
Uh-huh.
Well, the wisdom
And
save
then
was
there
garbage.
was a wisdom saving throw after that.
Okay.
So you took the piercing damage from the harpoon arm, and then you took 15 psychic damage from the wisdom saving throw failure of the sorrowful embrace.
Okay.
Holy shit.
So I have more hit points than everyone, but it's the lowest I've been ever. So.
Wasn't that halved though? Because she passed it.
No.
She did not pass.
Got
I
it.
thought
Okay.
that the
Okay.
17 was
Got
the
it.
wisdom saving throw. but it
She's
was
still
actually
holding
the-
on to the candle, though.
Yep.
And then I got 11 temporary hit points.
All right. Once you're done, you will pass it on to Moxie.
Go, Moxie, go.
Okay.
Punch
It's
Brenna's
time
brother.
for punching. Yeah. It's time for punching. Oh wait, hang on. I need to.
Canari would yell, just like, we can still save him. Maybe don't kill him, but just non-lethal damage.
Measure. Yeah, I guess I'll go here. Yeah. And then I'm gonna punch. I mean, what else?
Umbran's
Just-
like, non-lethal damage. What's that?
Umbran's like, I warned you guys. Someone's negative emotions have corrupted and mutated Braenna's brother. I told everyone about this. No one listened.
I rolled a 15 to hit.
That will not hit.
Okay, then I'm gonna attack again. Wow, these are garbage rolls, dice. It's, 14.
14 will not hit. That was your action.
Yeah, and my second action. And I don't think I can do stuff.
You mean
Oh
your
wait,
second
no.
attack. Oh yeah.
I did my second attack, but I can still. I took the attack action, so I can still Fury of Blows.
Yep.
I think I just can't do the other thing I was gonna do yet.
You
So
can still
anyway,
strike him.
I can't yet though. Ugh, God damn it. Okay, so the first one was another 15 or something.
You know, if you wanted to, after that, you could move to like where the frying pan is.
Can I be where the frying pan is?
Yes.
Oh, I would have been there the whole time then. I just thought I couldn't take up that same space. Anyway, that one is a 15 plus 8, so
That'll hit.
yeah. God, finally. So what's my damage? I just don't remember what to add. Oh, so that's 7 damage. And then I'm gonna spend another key point to see if it will make a con save.
All right. First, so it will do that, but also roll me a perception check,
Okay.
and it succeeds on its con.
Is over a 15?
It's a 21.
Oh, okay, well that's dumb. What am I doing? Perception 16.
You notice that your fists, as they impact this creature's form,
Mm-hmm.
it seems to not do as much as you would expect. It's not cushioned, or anything. It seems as though you are punching it, but there's not a lot of like give back like you normally feel. So you deduce.
So they're not doing as much damage,
Correct. You deduce that it might have resistance to your punches.
even though they're magical punches.
That is correct.
Okay. Well, that's my turn. I'm done. That's all I can do.
All right. That means that we are to Braenna. Braenna, what are you gonna do?
Moxie has 12 temp HP.
Oh, thank you.
Braenna is going to rage, but it's different than what you guys have seen previously. It's like the childhood anger, like when you're fighting with your siblings type of rage. All the ancestors pop out, and Braenna goes in for a similar grapple against Andrew.
They don't appear out of your tattoos. Instead, they seem to walk in from the fog into this area. As a beckoning them, as opposed to summoning them. And they're all like, "Is that Andrew?"
And there he is.
And Braenna's going to say, remind him of the happy times, of the good things. And Braenna's going to go in for a grapple / hug.
All right, grapple that grappler.
17 plus. What is it? Athletics? 25.
That. Oh. Yeah, that he only has a +3, so there's no way that he can beat you. You were always able to beat him.
I am. And Braenna's
You
Andrew.
see a flash of the memory of you two wrestling back in the day, and then it comes back, and then your family members all seem to be cheering different things, like, "Andrew, remember when you fell out of that tree?"
And when we all laughed at you that time, wasn't that fun? Wasn't that great?
Remember the puzzles you used to do?
And Braenna's
Like
gonna
that kind of
say,
stuff.
Andrew, come back. This is not.
You can blame it all on me.
Baby, come back.
I'm sorry, I'm ruining the moment.
You are. You're terrible, Dev. Knock it off.
You're tearing us apart, Dev.
It's all very wonderful. Everything that's happening.
And she says, come back. This isn't you. And And Braenna says, you're my brother. And she'll like kiss him on the forehead.
You see this like recognition go across his face for a moment, and he looks at you, and then it changes. You left me here. And then it's Umbran's turn. If you're done. That was your action, the grapple. Technically, you can do an attack, because grapple takes one of your attacks.
No.
Yeah. So when
Well,
you do the
I know I
attack
can,
action-
but she's not
okay.
going to.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm like, but you also have you raged. You don't have a bonus action. It's Umbran's turn.
9.
Do you
temporary
want
hit
me to
points.
hurt him, or?
Braenna's not paying attention to that, so you guys can answer.
I mean, like non-lethal hurting, maybe.
I'm so sorry. All my magic is designed to kill. Do you just want me to sit this one out, or?
Just fucking hit him.
All right.
Canari just is screaming this as like there's a twilight just storm around her.
With Canari's permission, I'm gonna send over Tasha's mind whip to him. So that is an intelligence save of 16.
He is not intelligent.
What?
I rolled a 14 minus 2. That is 12. He is not immune to psychic, so he takes the damage and will be whipped.
So he's gonna take 3d6 psychic damage, if I remember what 6s look like. Not a ton of damage. It's gonna be 9 damage. And then I'm just gonna move a little closer. So next round, if I need to murder, I can do some murder. Oh no, I didn't mean to move the aura. The aura is on top of me.
Was it?
Yeah, the aura was on top. My name, my little icon's been covered by the word aura.
God, you just helped me discover how to move auras.
Yeah, I've
Click the
been
name
covered
and
up
move
by
it.
the aura for this whole time. The word aura. Yeah.
I did not know that you could just click the word and move it.
Actually, that was I'll bonus action to just get a little closer in range.
All right, rogue it up. Then once you're done, you'll pass it on to Vrexil. All of these things around are the ancestors.
Okay, I was gonna say, are we just pretending that that's not happening?
No, they're the ancestors.
What are you talking
I was,
about?
I was hoping if we ignored it, Dev wouldn't do anything.
Okay.
Temporaries
They
for
look
like-
Umbran, by
They
the
look
way.
like dwarves. So
Yeah, 12 temporary hit points for Umbran.
Oh, thank you.
I was like, what are those?
This is
Okay.
Mammy, and that's Pappy.
Alright, Vrexil is going to 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, I can just get there. Is going to rush up to Andrew, and how bad does Braenna look right now?
Braenna has a hole in her hand, is wrapped up with this noodle arm, and her eyes are bleeding.
60%-ish.
Jeez.
Black blood.
Okay. Vrexil is going to cast Sanctuary on Braenna, and then use his action to pop Andrew with his Thunder Gauntlets.
Right.
And he's grappled right now, yeah?
He is. Doesn't give any advantages or anything.
Doesn't give advantage. All right.
No. He just can't move.
Gotcha. Oh, first one's gonna miss. Second one is a 23.
That'll hit.
Okay. 7 points of thunder damage, but if he hits anybody else but me, he has disadvantage.
All right. The thunder seems to shake him a little bit. Doesn't appear to have any sort of protections against it.
And that is it for Vrexil.
Shadow, I love you, but please. Please, we are having emotions.
He's taking
I
out
demand
your-
attention.
All right, Vrexil.
It's called an
You
emotional support cat.
I
I wish I had one right now.
All right, so temporary hit points to Vrexil, and then
I'll work on it.
Moxie, Braenna, and Vrexil all need to do wisdom saving throws. As it seems as though like an energy is being pulled out of your face, being sucked into Andrew's mouth.
Got a 17 on the die for 18.
You are okay.
9 temporary hit points for Vrexil.
Well, that's all gonna go in a way second because I failed that save.
Oh no!
That's
Oh my
11 psychic damage to Vrexil.
That's
It
a
seems
22, I think.
You
I passed.
don't take any
Okay.
damage. You just feel as though like some of your mental stamina is taken away as you take the psychic damage. And then, what does it want to do?
It may do one thing and
May do
one
one
thing
thing.
only.
It's going to tighten its grip on Braenna because it can only do one thing. And Braenna, I need you to do another Wisdom saving throw. DC 15.
Nope.
You feel flashes of guilt, remorse, the guilt that Andrew felt from being a burden on his family.
Is this an attack or harmful spell?
It is it's not anything that is specifically targeting.
I got a 7, by the way. That's a big. That like I don't think I could do anything for it, anyways.
I just meant sanctuary. Would it not have to
Oh.
try and make a save to not do that?
It's with this effect, no.
Gotcha.
If there was another effect, or if there was something else that tried to do, then yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. So that is 21 points of psychic damage as you're feeling this guilt, pain, and remorse that Andrew had felt being a burden on your family in his last moments of his life. Very isolating feeling. It's going all through you. And now it's Canari's turn, because Andrew can't do anything else.
Okay. That changes what I wanted to do.
I'm less than half now, by the way.
Black blood just pouring out of your eyes now. The same black
It's
blood.
and
that
it's
you-
like it's like a mix of blood and tears.
Yeah.
So those are both.
This music is intense right now.
Yeah, it's so intense.
Jesus.
Just as a note, I don't have the owlbear music going. I have a more different thing going because
Yeah. Unfortunately. I'll send you the link so that you can listen to it after.
Ugh.
I should have just sent you this YouTube link.
is it a copyright free that I could do?
YouTube's got a bunch of them.
Well, I know they do, but that doesn't mean that you can actually that it won't get flagged.
Okay. Do I get the sense that whatever is affecting Andrew right now is like an effect of a spell, essentially, or it's some sort of magical effect that could be dispelled?
It cannot be dispelled with a dispel magic or remove curse.
Cool. Okay. Is he grappled right now?
Yes.
Grapple gives disadvantage on dexterity saving throws, right?
Double checking.
Okay. Or is that just restrained?
Everything is normal. It just can't move.
Okay. Well. Okay. I'm gonna set up Spirit Guardians then. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
Fuck. Sacred Flame as an action.
Okay. Oh no. I rolled a 17 on the die for a total of 18.
16 is my spell save DC. That's fine, whatever.
Rolling good.
Third level healing word on Braenna.
All right. What's the word?
I think it's just Canari just screaming, hang on.
It revitalizes you. This feeling that your friend is there fighting with you to get your brother back. And it seems to repair some of the damage to your mind.
It's only 9.
Oh.
I rolled 2 2s and a 1.
Once you're done, you'll pass it on to Moxie.
Yeah, I have to use a bonus action to move the... All my healing spells for this fight aren't ideal. That's fun. Yeah, I'm done.
Moxie's turn.
Okay. Moxie
He
is
does have an advantage because of flanking.
going to cry because punching doesn't seem to work. What do you do when you can't punch?
You
Can't you
have...
punch with magic?
That's what I said, but
No, don't you have extra necrotic damage you can do when you punch?
Also the radiance.
yeah, but then I have to take a whole action to turn that. I have to take a whole action to turn on the radiance. And the other one I need to find because I don't remember. I think it's force.
Oh no, talking about the when you punch, but you deal necrotic damage with your punch. It's one of your mercy abilities.
Yeah.
Maybe you forgot that too. Just kidding.
Wow.
Matilda, necrotic.
Yeah, I don't have it as like you don't get it as like a thing you can do with like Fury of Blows until later, so it's just a different
Right.
it's like a whole key point that I have to spend every time.
Yep.
So I'm gonna run out of key points. Is what I'm worried about.
Well, you got cleric shit.
Yeah, I know.
Cleric shit's kind of cool sometimes.
I really didn't take a whole bunch, but I am going to move back. Wait. I'm gonna take I'm gonna use a key point to also disengage as a bonus action.
I think. Would you know that he doesn't have a reaction right now? Because of the
He
things?
does. The mind whip ended because his turn ended.
Oh, his turn ended. Oh, okay.
No, isn't it till my turn?
Sure.
You'll look at that and I look up this.
Use it every fight, and I should know. I should keep it and remember. It's such a good first move. Until the end of its next turn, and it was the end of its next turn, so it can take a reaction.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I did it. Okay. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna just run away a little bit till like here. Yep. And then I am going to do I'm gonna do Bolt of Mercy.
All right.
Oh, it's a 20.
That will hit.
Ooh.
And I didn't get out enough d8s. That's a 6, and that's a 1, so that's gonna be 7 damage. Because I can't add anything.
Throw your hand out, and and force energy just hits him on the side, and deals 7 damage. He doesn't seem bothered.
Okay, well,
But it
just trying to
doesn't
be nice.
appear as though it just didn't do anything. It did do everything.
That counts as an attack, right? So I still get another attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, no. That counts as a casting a spell, sorry.
Oh, but it's not. It's under my attacks.
It's underneath, it's a spell attack. So it counts as a spell attack, but you use the cast a spell action, which is different than the attack action.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
then fine. I won't take a second action. I'm done.
And then, it's Braenna's turn.
She's gonna continue the hug. Another grapple check, or we would just say it continues.
Oh, it just continues until he tries to break out of it.
Okay. And
You hear your family kind of cheering for you. It's reminiscent of the time when you would have the family fights. You'd all go to the backyard and just pair up and fight. It's almost like a dance circle, except it's fighting. Wrestling and shit.
Braenna just says, I'm sorry. We're here to get you back. I'm sorry. And that's her turn. That's my turn.
Sorry. And then it's Umbran's turn. Braenna gets temporary hit points. Because I destroyed all of them.
12.
You
Did
can
Moxie
occupy
still
the
have-
same space as the spiritual weapon if you need to for advantage.
I don't.
Okay.
Twilight Sanctuary gives me advantage anyway.
Fair.
Bonus action, Shadow Blade, pulls out the scythe again. Action, Bewitching Blade. So that's a charisma, wisdom. At the wisdom saving throw of 16, as I'm gonna roll 5d8 plus sneak attack 1d6.
You rolled an 18.
I'm gonna roll the hit with advantage.
So it's not charmed, but you do a hit.
22.
Yep.
Gonna take some not great numbers. That's 10, 20, 21 points of psychic damage. I'm just gonna slice into him with my big shadow scythe.
All right.
Then
It doesn't do any sort of lacerations, but it goes through him and you hear him gurgle in pain.
And then I'm gonna back up so he's not sucking the life soul out of me.
As you back up, he doesn't do anything.
Did you need temporary hit points, Umbran?
No, I still have my 12.
That means it is Vrexil's turn.
This thing only seems to have eyes for Braenna right now, yeah?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Vrexil's gonna cast Wall of Force right down the middle of where they're wrestling and split the two of them on either sides of the wall. So that's gonna go...
Isn't it 60 feet long?
100 feet long.
Whoa. Oh, so it's... Okay. So they are shunted to either side.
Right, I get to choose what side each creature goes on.
Okay.
And I'm gonna choose...
You can go ahead and move them.
I mean, yeah, I guess they're on the right side as far as the...
Mm-hmm.
As far as they're concerned.
But you have to choose where you're gonna go.
Oh, I'm going on the side with it, 100%.
Oh, you're splitting them up and then taking it on yourself.
100%.
All right.
And this wall is actually it actually goes off the map. 100
Yeah.
feet. It's gonna fully. It's currently only 70-ish feet on here. It's got 100, so it goes out of most people's line of sight right now in here. And Vrexil's just gonna be like, "You're not alone, but for the moment you are trapped here with us." And
Just the most devious smile this small wooden boy can make on his face.
Jeez.
Like, I love when Vrexil's evil.
And
She's like, what's happening?
that's it for Vrexil's turn.
10 temporary hit points to Vrexil, because I'm assuming all of them got eaten up.
Oh yeah.
10-foot by 10-foot panels.
10 feet tall this wall is. So.
Only a quarter of an inch thick, though.
Also
So-
blocks travel in the ethereal plane.
It does. All right. Braenna is probably pissed. But it is its turn, and I need you to do another wisdom saving throw. DC 15.
As Vrexil?
Just Vrexil.
Yes, that's just me, right?
Yep.
Natural 20.
You do not take any damage. Also, it's a harpoon hand. Gets shunted back with it, so it goes. And then it turns and looks at you. Rude. Because Braenna says it all the time.
It's true, I knew.
So, it is going to make a harpoon arm attack at Moxie.
What? I wasn't even part of this.
Okay, question.
Yes.
My ancestral guardian thing
Yes.
allows the disadvantage if I didn't actually attack, so I can't
Correct.
do the disadvantage, but I can still do the d6 minus.
Are grapples not constituted as a special type of attack?
It's not an attack, it's just you can replace one of your attacks with a grapple. It's not gonna actually attack Moxie. It's gonna attack Vrexil.
It's fine if it does.
So it points the harpoon right into your chest, and it fires it, and it goes right through you with a 24.
Is this a ranged attack? Because
It
Vrexil's
is.
within 5 feet.
A melee weapon attack with a reach of 60 feet.
Brutal. All right.
Oh, I tried for you.
Thanks.
6, 10.
All Wizards of the Coast and tell them what the hell.
That is 15 piercing damage as it pierces through you. Not fatal, but ouch.
Take off
And
8.
you are grappled.
Take off 8. Oh, wow.
Take off 8. Okay, that's good. So 7.
It's good she's still helping you.
And then it's gonna reel you in, and you are. I need a concentration saving throw first.
So to be fair, it's not Braenna. That's fully the ancestors.
Hey, well, there. I mean, you just happen to separate them in a way that all of the ancestors that are really hoping for the Braenna Vrexil ship to sail are on the side. So
We needed designs in the forge.
they're like, no, we must
No.
save him.
Concentration check. That's an 11.
You needed a 10.
Okay, yes, I think I'm good.
Yeah. And then I need you to do a wisdom saving throw against its sorrowful embrace as you feel all the pain, remorse, and everything that Andrew felt, and Braenna had just felt as well.
Nope. That's a natural 4 on the die.
All right.
Oh.
That is 22 psychic damage and another
Shit.
DC 11 Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration.
Okay, Vrexil's armor flashes purple and kind of jolts him back as he uses his mind sharpener to not
There
lose
you go.
concentration.
Woo!
All right.
That was a 2, so...
So you feel all this pain, remorse, anguish, everything that this lonely spirit has felt. And now it's Canari's turn. Canari, you are next to Braenna, who just got shunted on the other side of this wall that you can't see. It just happened.
Cool. Canari's gonna use her action to manifest her Core Spirit.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Canari 2.
Yeah. So I gotta roll a D100. Uh, 73, we're good.
You are good.
Cool.
Canari!
Canari just points at Braenna and says, help her. And then her bonus action, she's gonna like throw her hand up and bring the frying pan down on Andrew. That is an 24 to hit.
That'll hit. What spell is this?
Spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can use the bonus action to command it. So that is so many different things open right now. 7 points of force damage
All right.
to Andrew. And then I'm gonna also use my reaction to do 1d6 plus my spell modifier, I think, if I'm remembering all of my stuff correctly. With 1d6 plus my spellcasting modifier for healing. So Braenna gets 8 points back for health.
The Korai spirit reaches down and grabs your hand that had been pierced, and your hand glows and it begins stitching back together.
Yeah, she's like just wiping away like the black tears from Braenna's face and just like,
Hi, I'm Canari's Korai spirit. It's really nice to meet you.
Braenna is just like,
I've heard all about you. I know that this is tough, but we'll get through it. I should actually just have Wyatt talk as your Korai spirit.
No.
Now that I'm not lore dumping on you through her.
yeah. As she's like healing you, you're getting like images of like all the like happy memories of you and Andrew, and like dreams of bringing him back and like reuniting and stuff like that. She's like all of like positive light and joy. is just like flowing into
Wiping
Braenna
away
at this
the
point.
tears as more tears are coming down. And you're like, no, I thought this would help.
Hey, sometimes
It
like,
did make you sadder.
hey, bittersweet is like Canari's MO, so what are you gonna
Canari
do?
and Quori both end with an RI. Was it intentional?
It's almost like you're finally catching on, Dev. You know how many layers I built into this?
Do you know how
like
slow
an
I
onion.
am? I am not smart. Once you're done, it will be Moxie's turn.
Yeah, that's everything. Yeah.
Moxie, you saw Vrexil Mr. Mime his way into splitting up Andrew and Braenna. That was a Pokemon reference, everybody. I loved it.
Yeah, we all know Pokemon Dev, yeah.
You were the one who said it.
My mime! I really like the tap dancing Mr. Mime from
Mr. Rhyme.
Shield. Yeah, Mr. Rhyme. Cute. Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh gosh, everything's going wrong. I like dropped something on my desk. It's fine. Moxie is going to yell like, "Am I attacking still? What's happening?"
Canari gave me permission to murder, so
Okay.
Maybe not murder, but light
But
murder.
I would still very much like you to attack this thing, Vrexil says, while like hanging halfway.
Oh right. Okay, I get you. I feel you. Where's my thing? There it is. All right,
Crazy shit.
I'm gonna do the righteous fury thing. So I have the radiant damage fists.
You
And I
hear
need
the
to-
words of "You're dying" in the back of your head.
It's fine. Whatever. I don't do this often. I rolled a 59.
That'll hit.
So
Joke.
okay. Well, I'm not 10 or below, so I don't turn into terrible damage.
I'm sorry.
And I'm gonna use a bonus action to do something probably. Where is it? Oh god, I can't do anything. They all require me to do an attack action.
Monks. You do have a bonus action spell.
Damn it. Alright, well. Wasn't really paying attention. What are my spells? I have Healing Word, I think it's a bonus action spell.
And Sanctuary.
Oh my god, I have Sanctuary.
But I mean, you look at Vrexil. You have some healing hands. You got some healing words.
Yeah, but I mean, if I were to use Sanctuary on Vrexil,
That's the gamble.
would it still make it so that the creature couldn't attack him?
I will say
Is that-
you just saw that kind of not work on Braenna with Vrexil.
Okay. Well then, you know, we'll just. Do I have to be touching you for this one?
Healing
No,
word
it's
is-
Q.
yeah.
It's Cure Wounds. Okay, yeah. So we'll do Healing Word at Vrexil. Oh jeez, I'm just doing all the wrong stuff. Okay, me and my dumpy little like Healing Word.
Vrexil, as you're inspecting your
Oh,
wound,
God
you're
damn it.
like, oh, it might have punctured a part of the liver, but all vital organs still intact.
Liver's pretty vital.
Damn.
You only need a portion of your liver, so you can lose like half of it.
Spleen, Dev. Spleen is a good one to go for.
The
Appendix.
spleen's very...
you feel your appendix burst, but you're all like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Don't need it.
That happened to my brother. My
My
dad was
spleen-
like, "You're fine."
My spleen tried to
Feel
kill
your
me once. That was
gnomish
fun.
It was not fine.
Equivalent of an appendix, whatever the gnomes have in them.
No appendix.
I'm gonna be really helpful and give you 5 points of healing.
Oh hey, I'll take it. Vrexil's not quite as beefy as others.
And yet, who put a wall between?
Listen, Vrexil did something super badass, and he said something super badass. We'll give him a pass.
Yeah, Moxie. Once you're done, you'll pass it on to Braenna.
Yeah, I'm done. Can't do anything cool.
Braenna, you can feel this wall in front of you.
Braenna is going to back up 10 feet. And then...
And then I'm gonna jump over the wall.
100% she's going to jump over the wall because she's got
But how
3...
funny would it be if you didn't manage? You could.
Because her high jump from 10 feet is 3 plus her strength modifier, which is 5 to 8, plus 1.5 times her height, which is 4.5 feet. So plus another 2.5 feet. So standing high, or the running high jump is 10.5 feet.
All right.
Not that
you'll
she
be able
knows that's how
to-
tall it is, but she's trying
going
it.
for it.
Yeah.
All right, you
She's
back
got
up 10
rage on
feet.
her side.
5, 10. Sorry, I moved you, but you like dig your heels into the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and
I'm not even on owlbear right now, so you can move me. It's fine.
oh, okay, I'll move you. And then you go, and then you jump, and
Ah.
you jump 10 feet into the air.
And I'm just like trying to like claw over the wall.
Hold on a second.
He said it was 10 feet tall.
I know. 1 second.
Yeah, and you jumped exactly 10 feet.
No, I jumped more than 10 feet. I did 3 plus 5 is 8 plus 1.5
Okay,
times
so your
my height.
shoulders made it over the wall. The rest of your body didn't.
1.5
Hold on.
times 1.5 times my height. My height is 4.5, so that's
Yeah, you're
plus
good.
like 6 something. So that's like 14 feet. That's practically I could practically fucking vault over this wall.
In fact, she uses her warhammer as a pole vault.
That pole vault work.
I have to double check something real quick.
Hi, if you're just doing in, we're doing some nonsense.
Don't worry about it. There's a
That's
wall. Now all of China knows you're here. It's fine.
Now all of Twitch knows you're a bottom.
I want that on a shirt.
That, yeah, I was gonna say, that's gotta be like
Yeah,
Yuri's
that
shirt.
I'm so close to figuring out what I need to figure out. Everyone keep making witty remarks.
Oh, I only have so many of those an episode, so you're running yourself really low, and we haven't even taken a break yet.
know.
I think I got my one in. I'm done.
In my home game, my favorite thing is when a gap is 10 feet and someone's all like, I can jump exactly 10 feet. And you're like, you know that doesn't clear the gap, though. And they're all like, what? And I'm all like, you need like a foot of, you know, like jump off when you go, so you can try to grab it. But that was so fun. I made my players do like 2 of those in a row, and they did not learn the lesson the first
Oh,
time.
no.
I was all like, we just did these, guys. You think you would have figured this out?
No.
And yet,
Oh, that was great. And then our
All right, I
warlock
have to
fell
grab
into
the-
rushing water,
I have to grab the Dungeon Master Guide real quick.
What are you
Oh
What are you
my
looking
God.
for?
and our warlock got
happening right
washed
now?
30 feet downstream, and
I
she's
think
like,
this is
now I would like to misty step. I'm like, why did you misty step when you were falling? And she's like, I
First
thought
time.
someone would save me.
First
But
time I saw
nobody
it.
did.
the most intense, like, rules lookup I think we've
What is
ever
this?
had on this
The
channel.
music is
But
really helping. you.
gravity's weird on the ethereal
I
plane.
started
You
with
guys
this.
really
I was like, I need to know how to
calculated.
jump.
That's what you grabbed it for.
Yeah. I can never remember.
usually
Remember
just-
this.
that
I
time
tried
you
to
had
look it up on
climb a
D&D
wall
Beyond.
and you shoved your whole fist into rock to climb the wall.
Yeah, but you can't do that with a wall of force. It's an invisible wall of something that you can't break.
Just like Braenna just hits the side of it and just like streaks down, just like that very like comical, just like.
I found my emotional support cat. It's fine.
Hello, emotional support cat.
You need the emotional support
Mine-
cat. She is not happy about it
Mine's
though.
black.
Look at these legs. They're out straight. She's like, "What are
You
you
know,
doing? I'm over this."
She's like, ah.
No.
God, I wish my cats did cute things.
Oh, okay, so anyway. Braenna, you jump up and you get 10 feet and you just stay there. You're floating.
What?
The
What?
We
laws
all
of
fly in the
gravity do
ethereal
not.
plane.
Say
The
that.
laws of gravity do not apply to the ethereal plane. That's what I had to find out.
And we haven't noticed that yet?
What?
No, you've just been
What?
walking on the ground.
What? What? No? Okay.
Yeah.
Well
So
then,
you jump from and you get up there and you're just like hovering over the wall now. I was checking to make sure it wasn't just a specific to the etherealness spell. It is not. It's specific to the whole ethereal plane.
You just hear Moxie going, I want to float.
I have boots of levitation if anybody needed them. I mean, you could have just asked.
This was not my intention. I would like to be on the other side of the wall, please.
Just swim.
Canari, you think it's pretty similar to your Steps of the Night.
This is not. I've landed. Brain is like. I would have to go. I'm sorry.
This is what breaks Braenna. None of the trauma, none of the family shit. It's
Just floating
the
there.
fact that she's not able to like obey gravity at the moment.
Oh my god.
Just imagine this mohawk or something. Just like, what's... Okay, I'm
It just makes it so much better because Vrexil is like, I'm gonna do this really cool thing and it's gonna keep Braenna from being able to.
Oh,
She can fly. Okay.
Oh my god.
People
Oh my
can
god.
fly here.
Throw your boomerang.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's
Just,
fine.
No,
Everything
just
is fine.
picture
Everything is
yourself
fine.
Going down steps. It's fine.
So that was
So that was my
40 feet of
movement.
movement.
I'm done moving?
Wait, was it 40?
No, that was only like
Oh, yeah.
25.
Because height is double. Height is double in the ethereal plane.
So you had to move 10 feet back, move 10 feet forward, that's 20, and then jump 10 feet, which is another
30, so I have another 10 feet. I would
30.
like
So
to
you have
get
another
I
10
would
feet.
like to get within range to be like, Andrew!
You can just stand on top of him if you want.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. I'm
I
trying
would
to
like
do
to
that.
stand on top of my brother to remind him of all the times I used to stand on top of him.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You were on top of him. This
Oh
is
my god.
this is the greatest ruling I've ever made.
Oh my god. I can't deal with this right now, Dev. I think we might need to take a break. It's 15 minutes past
I had
time
to pee
anyways.
for the last
And
hour.
we have
We got 2 more people after you until the end of this round, and then we'll take a break and see what
Okay,
happens.
I'm going back in for a grapple, please.
You rolled a 12.
I rolled a much higher than 12.
You were grappling him,
Okay.
and he is grappling Vrexil.
I'm trying to, like, undo that. That's my intention.
You could, if you had more movement speed, you could just move him. I'm saying you're.
I don't have any more movement speed.
I know.
That's my turn.
Temporary hit points.
Oh. Oh.
Now it's Umbran's turn.
You got 12.
I hadn't taken any damage, so I still had 12. We're good.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Alright, so I'm just gonna keep going. None of that meant anything to me. With advantage, a 19 or a 20.
Are you throwing it, or are you getting close?
Oh no, I'm gonna walk it all up there.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
I'm doing a run in, run out kind of thing. So that's a natural 20.
Yep.
So I'm gonna roll 5d8 plus 1d6 and double it.
Yep.
That'll. Oh, for good. So that's 24 doubled to 48 points of psychic damage.
All right. Immediately, just gushing with blood from every orifice. Why are you attacking me?
And then I'm going to bonus action, disengage, and hop back 5 feet.
Braenna, make them stop. All right. Once Umbran's done, it's Vrexil's turn.
Okay.
Thunderwave, toss brain away.
It's like when you're trying to like introduce two cats and like you're like, okay, you need to be able to see each other, but not, and then one of them just vaults over you.
Just immediately squares up, just like.
Okay. Well, stupid now. Vrexil's gonna drop the wall and cast Phantasmal Force on Andrew. And craft an illusion that there is not one Braenna, but many, on all sides, at all altitudes.
He
Just
smiles.
like just like a mass of
Braenna.
person, and they're just all Braenna.
It's the Braenna parade.
So
Light
that's
up 1,000 Braennas.
so that's an intelligence saving throw.
It is. He's not intelligent. That is a 7.
Nope.
So he takes the damage on his turns, I believe. No, on your turn you can cause the damage.
If the phantasmal force is something that would damage the target.
Yeah, only if it's like something that would sensibly hurt.
I think it's just like a hog pile of Braennas.
Yes.
And they all start throwing boomerangs.
And then, I can't move, so,
Are
That's
you having them deal damage to it or no? Because they could just like start piling on top of it and it take bludgeoning damage.
no, this is strictly to confuse, to like,
Okay.
Vrexil's
Okay.
only goal is like, this thing wants to hurt Braenna, and I don't want it to hurt Braenna, so it's just confusing it.
Okay, we'll see how that plays out.
And I can't move anywhere, so that's it.
All right, we are gonna go to a 10-minute break and come back to this because I am dehydrated.
Oh, that's a change.
We will be
Usually I'm proud of that.
we will be back in 10 to 12. Bye everyone.
And we are back in this intense, traumatic fight between Team Reaper and the mutated, corrupt form of Andrew, aka Argonon's Revenge.
AKA Braenna's gonna hug him to death. It's fine.
It is his turn. Now, one question for Vrexil. Nope. No.
Not a question.
One question.
Get him.
No?
Did you hit him with your Thunder Gauntlets last turn?
That was not last turn.
That was not
the
last
first
turn,
round.
so he doesn't have disadvantage on other creatures right now.
He does not, but he currently believes there are 8,000 Braennas,
No.
all surrounding.
There is one that's like directly over him, but he's not smart, and he rolled a natural one on whatever.
Oh,
So
no.
at the start of his turn, Braenna and Vrexil need to do DC 15 Wisdom saving throw as he uses as the Psychic Leech aura, starts pulling out your energy.
God.
If you fail, that is 10 psychic damage.
Oh, is this? I should have asked this. Is this considered magic?
It is not.
Oh, then no. 6. What was that again?
Same 6.
That is 10 psychic damage, which means that you will need to do a concentration saving throw. DC 10.
Rolled a 12.
All right, you are good. The illusion is still up. That's what mattered because he is going to shoot his harpoon arm at one of the random Braennas, and just like one of the Naruto shadow clones, it just completely. Braenna! And then I need you to do another DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, Vrexil,
Oh, jeez.
because you are still within his embrace.
That's a natural 19, so 20.
All right, you will take half of the damage that I'm about to do. That is 10, 16, 20, halved to 10. And then another DC 10 concentration saving throw.
-5. I think I can do that still, right?
You have your action, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Well, this is a reaction, yeah. They count for it, yeah.
That's a 13 for that.
All right, you're good.
So
So he is going to start taking you away.
me?
10, 15, 20, 25.
He can't right now, can he? Didn't I grapple
Oh,
him?
you grappled him too. Never mind, he cannot. Take that back. That
Well,
means he's done. But on the initiative 20, I'm gonna have everyone roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, thank you. God,
Is he still affected
fired!
by the mind whip?
No, Mind Whip was done at the end of his first turn.
It only lasts for 1 round.
All right.
21.
Just let me know if you rolled under a 10.
oh, 5, so 6.
Is this an effect that we know is coming?
No.
Okay. Vrexil can't do anything.
Braenna, you forget your street address back at home.
oh right, I forgot that. That's what was happening. I rolled really low and forgot that part.
Vrexil's flash of genius is that he shouts the address.
It's this. All right. So you lose your address. Did anyone else roll under a 10?
14 for Umbran.
I got a 12.
Canari, you're all good.
I rolled a 21.
All right.
13.
So Braenna's the only one affected, and then it is Canari's turn. It's just effects from the fogs of Lost Souls, slowly forgetting who you are.
Yeah.
NBD.
It's nothing.
But yeah, Canari.
Yeah. Yeah, so many options. So much. I'll do a 3rd level guiding bolt,
All right.
trying to cleanse him of this energy. Grapple doesn't give advantage on this, right?
No.
Well,
Also, Phantasmal Force, just thinking back on it, it rationalizes any illogical outcome. So the clone of Braenna didn't poof. Braenna got stabbed through and dead, and then fell to the ground. And then he reeled his arm back in. I knew it was gonna be a natural 20. There was something in me that was like, yeah. Wyatt's gonna roll a natural 20. That's just.
and I did say a 3rd level, so.
Yep, you did. I had the feeling. I am psychic. A soothsayer. I see into the future.
Hold on. They all landed on all of the d20s. It's just like a bunch of. Okay, hold on. This is where a dice goblin really does not pay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, so 10, 20, 25, 50 points of radiant damage.
It seems to scorch his form. He's like gurgling in pain. Black ichor is coming out of his mouth and just going all over the place.
Braenna's just like, we'll save you, we'll save you.
I don't want to be alone anymore. It's still up. It's alive.
Jeez.
Okay, then as my bonus action, I want to knock this form. I want to slap him upside the head with a frying pan so that he'll turn back to his normal form.
All right.
I don't want to kill him.
Advantage.
I just want to have advantage. Oh yeah, because I'm hitting.
Yeah, you gave him advantage.
I gave myself advantage. Oh yeah, 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Ooh, max damage. That is 12 points of force damage.
All right. How do you want to bonk him?
I think Canari like grips her holy symbol and like the bottom of the frying pan takes on the form of Celestian, of just like that symbol, and it glows, and it just whacks like the force of the Oinoloth and whatever like control that he has over Andrew off, sends it to the fucking Shadow Realm.
So you bonk, and then this radiance that had been shimmering around him seems to be amplified by the strike from the spiritual weapon and all of the like force and energy that you're putting behind it, all that passion and fervor. And his form starts to crack. Almost like he's this outer statue or outer like carving that's cracking. And then the parts start falling off. And then the form of Andrew, how he was prior to this, except with a more stable energy and aura about him, falls to the ground, unconscious. Still a ghosty, but...
Brain is just like wrapped around him.
And you're wrapped around him. He feels cold underneath you because he's not alive. Canari, you don't sense the curse on him anymore. And Braenna, as you are hugging Andrew, holding his form, each of your ancestors comes and puts their hand on Andrew and one hand on you, and then their form turns into, or glows a little brighter, and then seems to sink into each of them as they say something like, "Come back to us, Andrew." And then one by one, each of the ancestors comes and does this, laying out of hands, and goes into each of you until the glowing grows and grows and grows before the last one. Little Braenna just puts her hands on both of you, shaking, and then sinks in. And there's just this bright light before it dims, and you are holding a more corporeal form of Andrew. He opens his eyes. Braenna, is that you?
Braenna just smiles and kisses him on the forehead. Gonna make it better. Then she looks towards Canari, bleeding.
Yeah. Canari will take the astral shard.
Add a game question. Wouldn't Andrew go back into Braenna's tattoos as part of her ancestry now that he's an uncursed soul that isn't bound to the ethereal plane? Or is that not how the ancestors worked? Are they like certain
That's a good
selected
question.
ones?
I don't know.
Wouldn't he just join the rest of them, and every time you pop your rage, he's there with the rest?
Melissa, what would you like? So, I think my perspective on it would be that if he were to move on, then he would be part of your tattoos in your collection.
And he hasn't done that yet. So, yeah, no. I agree.
But that is a choice. You can always you can still resurrect him even if he moves on.
Not yet. I think if it seemed like he was trying, Braenna would push him out.
Where are we?
Don't worry. We're I'm here with you. Don't worry.
I'm not dead.
Not for long.
He seems dazed and confused, but much more put together than he once was. And then he looks at the candle and he becomes transfixed by it. A reminder that he's still dead. Still just a spirit.
Canari, thinking that, seeing all the ancestors kind of put their essence, kind of bridge that gap, Canari takes the astral shard, and using the candle as kind of a confluence or just a channeling mechanism, kind of guides Andrew's soul to the shard,
Your
almost
Korai
as an
spirit
offering.
merges back with you as you're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Braenna is like holding onto Andrew's hand and says, and leading and helping lead, and saying, "It's okay.
Vrexil's
You'll be
casting
safe."
guidance on Canari.
Rat and a spider.
You
I
were,
only heard the last
yeah,
two
you
words.
you were sort of muted for the hot sec there, Dev.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I must have been too quiet.
Yes.
Why is he riding a spider?
Don't worry about it.
It's okay.
sucked
It's
us
okay.
also.
Don't
We all cry spiders sometimes. It just happens.
don't worry about it. I'll explain it to you.
And you're guiding his hand to the shard?
I'm guiding him. I'll explain when we're in a better place.
He puts his hand on the shard.
I clutch him in a hug and say,
Canari, you
"I'll see you soon."
feel the connection.
I complete the ritual.
And he goes into the shard. And you have caught your Pokemon.
Braenna just 100% collapses to the ground. Like... We did it right. That was the right thing.
It all seems to work. But we should go.
As you all turn around, there's a man there.
Ah!
Oh, hello. Were you calling my name earlier?
Is your name Andrew?
No, it's
Reginald.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Uh-huh.
What's it?
Moxie's going to reach into her bag and pull out the photo of Pebbles covered in cake, I believe is the one that I had.
He walks up to it and grabs it.
Do you remember the dear friend?
I don't. I remember a face.
I don't remember what was his name.
Blue Rock, right?
Blue.
No, that does sound familiar.
Aldeus.
Yeah.
Caldeus.
Galdeus. He is a sapphire dragon man.
You see a little tear come down his eye.
He just wanted us to find you and bring you someplace to find peace.
Well, he just goes up to Moxie and hugs her.
She just gets really stiff awkwardly for like a second and then just kind of like pats his side back slightly, just like, uh-huh.
You are he steps away and then pulls back. You are a cleric of Eldaf.
Oh, that's true. I am. I forgot. It's recent.
Let's see. Representing, not representing. Connected to peace.
Yeah.
Oh, we were supposed to bring him peace. We brought him you,
Oh.
who is peace.
Oh, okay, we can hug
Our
again. I was
purpose is
just
peace.
surprised.
Oh, no. That was me being thankful.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry.
I just need you to burn this away. And he holds out his wrist, and around his wrist is a little bracelet.
That's a nice bracelet.
And has tethered me and made me unable to move on.
Oh, well, I think he'd want you to move on.
He hands his wrist to you.
Oh. Okay. And Moxie's gonna, like, awkwardly, like, take the bracelet off.
No, you need to burn it with.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you even know what you're doing?
No, I said it's fairly new.
Oh.
And I don't really have any I mean, like, my hands are still... my fists are still radiant.
Yes, use that.
Oh, okay. She's... she's gonna, like, make a fist. And then be like... No, and she's just gonna reach out and, like, kind of hold... like, clasp his wrist. Kind of. His, like, hand and wrist. And then just, like, try to channel some of that energy, that, like, radiant energy into the thing.
As it glows and then stops, you pull your hands away and the bracelet is gone.
Oh, that was a nice bracelet, but I understand. Yeah.
I was hoping to return to him, but I suppose it's a whole different era, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. He did say you went away 122 years ago.
Hmm. Well, I suppose I should reward you.
Oh, you don't have to, but I appreciate anything.
Are you sure?
That I would appreciate anything?
Well,
Is that the question?
I'm very confused.
Yeah,
But-
we'll take whatever gratitude you have.
Yeah,
The
I'm very grateful.
Clerics
I'm
of
thinking
peace,
it's
not clerics of humility.
that's not needed, but I will take anything that
He-
you'd like to give me.
Reaches around to his back and he grabs an item and then he pulls it forward. And it is a crystalline blue shield. This is a sapphire buckler. I hope it serves you well. And then he hands it to you. And then his form turns to mist before being carried away by an unfelt wind.
Bye.
You don't think that's made of Aldeus, do you?
Who knows, man? Like, it's pretty dope looking, though, right?
I mean, very, just a little suspicious you have a sapphire buckler and a sapphire dragon boyfriend.
I mean, how cool is that, though, that he gave us his boyfriend's shield?
I need everyone to roll a DC 10 wisdom saving throw. Actually, the DC increases. Let's do DC 13.
19.
Ooh, natural
6
20.
16 on the
20.
die, so.
19.
Everyone's fine. You don't forget more of your lives.
You know, I mean,
You have a bunch of ghosts surrounding you, staring at the candle.
While
Braenna,
we're here, would anybody like to talk to someone in the Ethereal Plane?
oh, I got what I want. Did you want to, Umbran?
No, time is of the essence. If
Great.
we have any other business to do, perhaps we do it now so we may leave.
I don't really know who I would call, so. Other
Alright.
than the Ghostbusters.
Is Canari holding on to the soul shard?
Yeah. She'll offer to put it in Braenna's hand if she wants it.
Maybe for now.
Yeah. Canari will give it to Braenna and then just kind of grab her hand and just, hold her hand and guide her along behind the party.
I think Braenna might have tried to pop in the air a little bit, so she's just like floating.
Yeah, you just go into the air and it's just like you just went up to another.
Just like pull her along.
Yeah.
You're just there. You
So I'm just
keep
like the same
walking.
height as Canari now. So add an extra foot or whatever.
I feel tall.
All the ancestors that are shipping the two of them just like pop out for a second. And
Yeah,
just,
right.
Like...
Got their
You
little like
start-
popcorn in hand.
Trying to retrace your steps.
Oh, I'm really good at that.
And 5 minutes later, you are at the threshold of the door that you had entered from, with Riquin on the other side of this watery wall. You had spent like 3 hours traveling in this foggy dimension. And now you're 5 minutes later, you're back.
Wow, this is crazy stuff.
It's like they wanted us gone. I say, let's indulge them and head out.
Or it's as if you never left at home.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to get back on the road, so to speak.
But
The water road.
Thanks.
The road of the waves.
You
I can't
hop
think of any other
back
words.
into the water, and Raquin is there. And you can still breathe. Everything is still normal. And, well, that's not actually normal to breathe underwater, but
Yeah.
everything is back to before you left the water.
As we step through the gate, Braenna's gonna give Canari a big hug.
The door's shut behind you.
Thank you.
Of course. And I think Canari just like gives a very tender like hug to Braenna, just like trying to like bring her back to like, we're good, we're safe, let's go.
Let's go.
To the surface!
You follow Rickman. The labyrinth feels a little different. There's almost a lightness to each view.
Do we gotta be
And-
careful of the Kraken again? Can we skip that cavern this time?
Luckily, the labyrinth changes. So it will be different going back.
procedurally generated, yes.
Yes.
It's all part of the dungeon sphere. Don't worry, my friend.
What is a dungeon sphere?
There's just a sphere with a dungeon inside.
That's
Wink at him.
very literal.
You know. Sometimes people are good at naming things, and sometimes they forget, and then, you know.
And then the deadline's there, and they're like, "Oh shit, guys, what do we call this?" And you're
What
like,
do we
"Oh,
call
there's
it?
a sphere with a dungeon in it."
Circle hell? No, that doesn't work.
You turn a corner.
Yes, we do turn the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And in
Go
a
on.
large chamber is Goddess Blurak.
Oh
his
my god.
Mortal form. Just standing there.
Hey man, what are you doing down here?
He just goes up to each of you. Thank you so much for what you have done.
How did he get down here?
It's the dungeon sphere, Moxie. It just appears where he needs to.
I am a very powerful dragon.
Oh, that's true.
It just loaded him in his ass.
Am I even here right now? Who knows?
Oh,
Who
my
knows?
God.
Try to touch
He
me.
was a ghost. Ooh.
See if you can touch my phone.
Ghost dragons. No,
No, what's up, man? We're short on time.
Sorry, this is just a little astral projection. I figured that I would come and assist you. Would you like help getting out of this labyrinth expeditiously?
Yeah. Go.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Not that this guy isn't a great host. Thanks.
I would much rather get in, do what I need to do and get you
Yeah.
out of
Go
the-
back. Yeah,
Yes.
I feel you. Thanks.
You
We
know.
appreciate your time.
I have a wife back home and kids. This is just a day job.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Well, because it's night,
A
right?
wife and kids, because that is a little funny.
Naiads do not have wife or kids. We are all in a polycule with nature.
But you can still call nature your wife.
Is it polycule or polycule?
Really cool.
Thank you. I was pronouncing it like a Greek hero.
Plickleys.
Polycules.
Yeah, exactly. Polycules.
The lesser known brother of Hercules.
Many wives and husbands. All right. He holds up his hands, and the water around you starts swirling, and you all get caught up in this whirlpool. And then it sucks you into like the bottom of it, and you all get shot out of the water
Braenna's clutching.
next to the ship
It's clutching
you
the
all
astro
land.
shard.
on the poop deck.
Do
Holy
you-
hell,
Oh.
Jesus! Oh,
We're back.
oh.
Also, I think we should blow this conch.
I don't even know who Jesus is.
Canari's just like
Oh my
plastered to
God.
the deck. Just
Someone
so
pulled
wet,
out a
just
Bible.
Yeah. This is Medical Officer Waves. He was just on the deck.
Oh, he's scared. I'm still listening. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh. I
Checking
can
on Meg.
imagine
Are you
Moxie
okay?
I can imagine just Moxie sitting up on the deck and Waves is there. She's just like, oh my God, you scared me. As if we didn't just get shot out of the water and just
Yes.
onto the deck. We interrupted a very beautiful painting session. How long were we gone from the ship? Like, in their minds.
Do you ask Waves that?
Yeah.
You guys left him 10 minutes ago.
Oh.
You went into the temple and then you went out. Well, you went into the temple and then you shot out to the water.
Yeah, I must go give my report to Captain Barbarossa. I stayed up, and I'm gonna go bullshit Captain Barbarossa for a while of what we saw in there, and it wasn't really worth the time, and we do sorry apologize.
What was it that you saw in there?
You know, like some walls and you know, like
they use the word
don't have, like, a maze.
labyrinth for 2 rooms full of traps, but truly was not worth the time. Our dear friends got a little crunched up in the crafts, but the stories were purely stories.
Well, is there any treasure that you found?
Unfortunately not. All the corpses had already been picked clean.
I thought we
well-
did find something for her though.
As long as we
We found a bracelet. We need to keep you alive because you can't come back from the dead, and we got that cool shield, but that's not going to help out the whole crew now, is it? No.
definitely roll me a deception check, but I will let you know that she rolled really low.
Okay. It is a 17 plus 7, 24.
You have bullshitted her.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, it did not hurt to check. I'm glad that you suggested it.
Hopefully a short break was beneficial to the crew. Perhaps we have
crew
something
enjoyed-
we would like to do.
Yes, I was just going to say that the crew enjoyed being out of the fog for a little bit, so it was good. What would you like to do?
Canari, would you like to blow your stack or whatever.
The Conch.
I'm sorry, blow my what? My sack?
Your stack. When you blow your stack, is that not a common phrase of?
You all look
Damn it.
very beat up. Are you sure that you do not want a rest?
Let's.
I'm
Well,
positive we can rest on the way.
Yeah.
Well, it still takes
will
a
it-
day to travel, right? I mean, it only just cuts down the travel time, but we still. I mean, I imagine we've been
Guarantees.
traveling quite a bit.
Yeah,
I mean, we still
guarantees.
need 2 keys, yeah? So that's 2 islands.
Canari, blows the conch.
The fog seems to descend upon you, and the ship seems to just move on its own as you are jolted into the fog. Everyone on the ship has to kind of brace themselves, only supported by their
Their sea legs.
their sea legs, boots of sea
Are there
legs.
special boots?
I need everyone else to roll me dexterity saving throws. I really hope Canari fails again, because she's always the one that fails this. And then hits the side.
Guess what made me? I rolled a 16.
Oh. You're fine.
I rolled a 15 and with a +8. So
You're good, you're good.
24.
19.
Vrexil,
15.
you're all good. You've all got your sea legs now. Congratulations.
for now.
I pretends to fall, but then actually catches herself.
And it will be about. I think Blue Rock did tell you that it might still take around a day, so you have a day to do things. And you have a new shield.
Yeah.
And a new Andrew.
Sounds also good.
Yeah, for all his combat uses.
You can throw the rock at people's heads.
Well, does anyone want this shield? It's pretty dope.
I would love to know what
You have
it
no
does.
idea what it does.
Oh, well,
It looks cool.
it's pretty dope because it looks cool. So,
I feel like it might just get hammered onto Rex's armor as usual.
well, okay, well,
It does
maybe,
require attunement.
yeah.
Things that haven't been thought of.
There's a crystalline
Every
blue
time we
shield,
get something, I'm all like, yeah, let's go with Rex's armor.
crystalline blue shield that seems to be fashioned from a sapphire dragon scale.
That is his boyfriend. What
I-
to do?
Would you like to identify?
Yeah, Vrexil would identify it at some point if there are no objections.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
let's do
reading
it in
what it
the
does right
room.
now. I added it to my.
Alrighty, yo. You learn that it is a shield that is created with the intent of hedging out the influence of aberrations and fighting them. While you wield the shield and are attuned to it, you have resistance to psychic and thunder damage. And when you take damage from a creature that is within 5 feet of you, you can use your action to deal 2d6 thunder damage to that creature. You also can use an action to use the shield to locate any aberrations within 1 mile of you until the end of your next turn. If any aberrations are around when you use this, the shield will emit a low hum, and you will know the direction of each aberration within 1 mile. And you can only do that once per day. Reaction, you can do that as many times as you want.
Also, it's a +2 shield.
Oh.
What?
Is it?
Oh,
Is
no,
it
That's
no,
a
it
whole
is a-
+4 to your armor
Is
class.
it a +2? No, I think it's a...
I think it just adds +2.
It's
like
just
it's
a
a
normal
standard
shield
shield
plus
with
that.
Oh, okay.
other stuff.
Are you
Okay.
looking at the 5e tools? Or...
I'm looking at it in D&D Beyond. I thought it
It
was...
says armor class +2.
Oh yeah, that's
I-
just normal shield. Yep.
I
Yeah, normal
understand.
should do that.
Okay.
Well, as much as I would love to have resistance to the main type of damage I deal, I'm a rogue and I can't use shields.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe I can. I don't know if I can use shields, but I
Can
can't
use
have
a
armor.
shield.
Oh no, I can.
Short stack is there.
Ah, fuck. No,
I have things to trade.
no.
Doesn't have Moxie's just like, no, and she kicks him away. Like,
He just shows up in our room as we're identifying this because we very plainly said we didn't bring anything back.
I've been under your bed.
You're a creepy little thing. You need to leave. This is not for you.
He holds
I'm
up a
gonna
I've been
crab.
down here smelling facts.
He holds up Jerome, and then places Jerome on the bed, and then picks up a crab and places the crab on the bed. They're best friends now.
Did we have a crab before?
I wouldn't dare separate them.
What was
New
that?
crab, new crab.
What was that, Melissa?
Is that too? Braenna was like, did we have a crab before? I don't remember a
We have
crab.
the constable.
Constable is not a
constable.
crab. The constable's a little fur thing.
Constable
know.
is currently in a ball in a laundry hamper full of Canari's old towels.
Jerome, what's your new friend's name?
I don't know. He cannot speak
Vrexil,
English. or
Speak to
common.
this crab for me.
He cannot speak common, and I do not know how to understand crab.
Vrexil walks over to the crab and it's just like, hi.
The good news is,
Do your gnome thing.
the good news is, Master, I have already subjugated that crab.
Jeez.
Wonderful. What is your new subject's name, Jerome?
I have not named him.
Well, he's your subject. I expect you to take good care of them, and that includes giving him a name.
I will train him to be an elite warrior in my
He
army.
should be properly fed and taken care of, and I've heard that crabs like it when you scratch their shells.
A general amongst the masses.
Are we just
Yeah.
like listening to Umbran have a one-sided conversation at?
Yes.
Umbran speaks entirely in the message cantrip to Jerome.
Okay, I just wanted to
Vrexil?
make sure.
Oh, okay.
You get a sense that this crab's name is Phineas, and that is what he calls himself.
Phineas, the new crab!
Vrexil begins trying to explain the concept of a coup to Phineas.
I don't like your friends. He is plotting against me.
Nonsense. Vrexil is the most trustworthy gnome I know.
You just see Vrexil just like pointing a gun. And
You see, power structures are very complex, but you have to understand that
Vrexil is the only gnome I know, and therefore the most trustworthy.
all right, you're in a room with a crab. What else?
Welcome,
frog.
would you do?
Phineas.
And a
Does
constable.
Best
anybody
friend.
want
And an
the
egg.
shield?
I mean, I use shields. I'd have to unattune from probably either the Guardian Emblem or the Amulet of the Devout. Or I need to save up and get money to buy another Amulet of Attunement. Or to buy a Amulet of Attunement.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be rude, Canari. Do you not already have resistance to psychic damage? Perhaps this would be better used on Braenna.
But I would have to get another 2-minute slot too, because I got my belt, and I got my hammer, and I got my other hammer, and all of them take active concentration to hold on to at all times.
Why don't you switch out between hammers?
Why? I have a hammer and I have another hammer.
Why would you need two hammers?
Why not?
To hammer
Wouldn't you rather,
and to also hammer.
if you are our main source of tanking damage, would it not be better for you when you do get hit to retaliate with more damage?
Isn't Braenna a person and not a tank? That's a kind of car.
Tanks don't exist, my darling. We don't have them in the Magisterium.
Nari's just very gently putting the shield into the bag of holding because this isn't going to get resolved anytime soon.
But
You can
Yeah, I
definitely
mean,
sell it for a little.
we don't have any. No, it was a gift.
also, I have
That means something.
I have a lot of things I can do. If I add that one, it would be entirely too many things, because if I do that, then my ancestors, they are not able to do stuff. And also, my other thing, like, sometimes I can stop damage, and then I couldn't do that. I don't know. I feel like I have a lot of things I can do with my, when we're in combat, and that would just be too many to keep track of, and it would all just fall out of my head, and that would be bad for everyone.
Well, of course, to each their own. I'm just trying to optimize our team strategies.
I
It would be a
appreciate
shame if we lost you so close to having just gotten your brother back, but as we
you
all
thinking
do.
of me in combat. I just don't think I could keep all of that in my head. That's a lot.
That's why you have a piece of paper. And D&D Beyond.
Moxie
I said I can't have
has,
3 reactions in
gone
one
to
turn.
bed.
If Dev give me something that can have more than 1 reaction in a turn, then yes. But
That is powerful.
that would be powerful. That's why I want it.
Braenna's off the table. Canari, yes, of course. I believe that it would best suit you.
Next episode title: They blew the conch.
They did it!
We did it. It's
Title
done.
after that. Now the conch is gone. I don't know what to write as my titles anymore.
I mean, yeah. The untitled episode.
What?
The untitled Conch episode.
Is there anything that y'all would like to do before you take a long rest?
I feel so I'm holding this shard in my hand. I like having this on a person, but I feel like it may not be the best place for it. Like, I'm a person. So, trunk? Somewhere else? I don't know.
Do you just want us to toss them in the bag of the holding with all the other garbage we've accumulated?
Hey,
It's all really useful stuff.
I'm just saying, if you had your brother's soul in your hand, would you not want to keep him close just in case?
I do,
I
but
mean-
if I'm holding on to him, and then what if somebody hits me real hard, and then he goes flying, and then I can't find him?
Would you like me to make you a necklace? I'll tie him to you.
Yes.
I will fashion you a necklace. I don't know if you remember the monster that came out of the bag of holding the first time we interacted with Team Genie. That thing still might be out there. It still might be eating things in people's bags of holding.
oh
If
no,
you toss your brother in
I've
there-
climbed in there. It's not in there.
You don't know that. It could come back. I'm pretty sure they didn't actively put the bag monster into their bag of holding, Vrexil.
Just out of curiosity, did you add the shield to your inventory since it's in the bag of holding? Should I just
did.
keep it? Okay, I'm gonna then take it out of mine. That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put.
I'm gonna get to work fashioning a chain that will attach to the soul shard to keep it on Braenna.
Yeah,
I'll put
remember when
Andrew
remember when
necklace.
Canari had to pull me out of the trunk? There was no bag monster in there. It's fine.
Again, I don't think Team Genie willingly put the bag monster into their bag. I think it teleports between bags of holding.
Well, what if they just found that bag of holding on the ground and then we're like, ooh, free bag, as we did?
Vrexil made our bag of holding.
The one that we use now is from the Bagman, right?
Yeah, we actually use the Bagman
Oh.
ones now. That freed up a infusion slot for me.
Also, DM trick, if you ever give your team a bag of holding, always put fun stuff in there that they don't know, because 100% when a team picks up a bag of holding, they'll assume it's empty, and you can do a lot of fun stuff with that.
I like that one. I'm keeping that note.
It's super good. That happened to me at a game store where I was playing with a bunch of veterans, and they're like, you find a bag of holding in an old wizard towers, and you start pulling out newt's eyes and sapphire shards, and they're like, you didn't turn the bag upside down to see what was in it? A wizard used to have that. I do it on my own team. It's very fun.
Fun times.
You all feel weary. Even though time didn't flow, it seems like you still spent all that time searching, traveling. You're exhausted. And so, it's time to rest and call it a night.
Braenna sleeps with the Ander pendant, like she's got it clutched, even though it's. I'm assuming that it wasn't too terribly difficult, so. She's got it clutched in her hand as she's sleeping.
Anything else? anyone
While
would like to-
Moxie is asleep, I'm going to slip the bone bracelet onto her to make sure that she has the death ward.
Moxie would just be like,
I think even though she's tired, I think Canari stays up late and just sits on the ship's deck at night, just kind of enjoying the night sky. I mean, it's not, she can't see it, but she knows it's there.
You see Navigator Sykes up in the Kenku nest, just leaning over the side, looking out. You'll see Scalesy coming up and down, but the sea is smooth, so even though the sails aren't necessarily required as they're going through the fogs and whatnot because the current takes them, they the sails are open, not catching any wind, and you just hear in the distance by the helm the sound of a violin being played in a elongated, somber, melancholic sound of Lady Trinthus playing her fiddle. And it's just a peaceful night outside. Vrexil, what are you doing?
I feel like Vrexil's tinkering a little more with those gearkeeper parts. Just seeing what can be incorporated, or if they have any kind of like conductivity for magical charge, the way that some of the other parts of his armor do. But he's definitely up by himself, just kind of tinkering until pretty late.
All right. Roll me a tinker's check.
Okay. 26.
You can now launch spears.
Ooh.
With your gearkeeper construct parts attached to your armor.
Ooh.
And so it's basically take a spear. It has a ranged attack. And if you weren't proficient with spears, you are considered proficient with this.
Okay.
So you can play around with it on D&D Beyond, but if you have any questions, you can ask me, and I can make something.
Okay. Cool.
And then, Moxie, what are you doing?
For a long rest?
Or before the long rest, and if there's anything.
I think that Moxie would probably be a bit unusually quiet. Just sort of like ruminating and thinking back to that thing, that like whatever she saw. She might have the rooster in one hand and the camel in the other, and the goats are just on the like cot somewhere, and the bird is in her hair, and that's what she did before falling asleep, with all of them on her still.
All right, Braenna. Is there anything else you wanted to do? Or do you just want to go to sleep and hold Andrew's soul stone close?
I think at some point she might go to Canari and be like, you should go to bed too, you know.
True.
Don't just sit up here all night. We got a lot of stuff coming ahead.
Do you ever dream?
Do I? Yeah. Yes? Do you?
Never have. I don't think I can.
How do you sort anything out?
I talk to myself. Usually in weird fever. They're not dreams, it's more of a... I guess I can summon myself?
I saw that.
But... when I was in the maze, I mean, when we all were down there in that room with all the statues, she appeared and she told me I could save a lot of people, but one person I couldn't, or I guess I can't save is Moxie.
Well, that seems ridiculous. So you've already done that.
Well, I think it just goes beyond that. I don't know what's coming, but I think it's something bigger than what we just went through, and that already felt like a lot.
When I was in there, I saw the Hammerlocks. I saw them do what they did.
Was it? You know that Oinoloth we fought on the Dwarven Island?
Mm-hmm.
I saw him right before Andrew transformed. One last act of revenge, I guess, for the curse that he put on Andrew. I don't know if that's who the Hammerlocks got, but
They
it would
said
make
something
sense.
about Faustidius. Faust something. I don't know. All these people have hard names. It's annoying.
Does that name sound familiar to me, Dev?
No.
I don't know.
I'll have
That
to look him up next time we're in a checkpoint.
that was just a weird place. I'm glad we got Andrew back though.
Me too. Okay, well,
Don't stay up too late.
I was just gonna enjoy the last little bit of Lady Trinthis's concert, and then I'll be right back down.
Braenna goes back to his room.
Umbran, what are you up to at this time?
Umbran was gonna go find Boatswain Cogster and see what he's up to, and if he's like in a quiet like rest down state, Umbran would stay with him and play his harp, his lyre, and just I don't know, like be there.
When
With the only other.
Yeah. When you go to find him, he's actually in the dining area, and he has one of his arms unattached, and he seems to be making some minor modifications and fixes and repairs, and he notices you walk in. Umbran, it is nice to meet you. Or nice to see you.
It was nice meeting you as well.
What brings you here?
Looking for company of another.
He goes in and he just checks a few different parts of his elbow joint. Isn't it ironic that the two people who cannot eat are in the dining hall?
I mean, if we sat here with food in front of us, perhaps. Dining halls do much more than are a place for consumption of nutrients.
That is true.
People come to gather in dining halls often for other reasons as well.
Do you want me to prepare some food to make it more ironic?
If you would like to, I suppose. I have no
Goes.
objections.
He goes and he puts together some sandwiches and puts it in front of you. He hasn't attached his arm, so he's doing this all one-handed. And then he comes and he sits down and
While he is, I'm gonna check out the like interlocking workings of his arm
all right.
and
Roll me
make
an
some mental
investigation
note. 15.
It appears as though the parts that he's fixing and repairing are parts that have rusted over. He seems to be shaving off some of the rust and polishing it up. He comes back. Doesn't notice that you've been inspecting his arm. Slides the sandwich in front of you. I think this is what they call baloney.
Was that an attempt at humor or
That was
purely a
factual
statement?
Statement, yes.
Well, I found it very funny.
Thank you. He sits. Now, how are you choosing to spend your night?
I was hoping to spend it with you, but if you have any objections, I can leave.
I have none.
Do you enjoy music?
I do.
Would you
One
mind
of
if I
the-
play?
I would not mind at all. It is nice to have that sense stimulated. Now, I believe we have not addressed the elephant in the room. Bet you and I are similar.
I suppose, though in different ways.
That is true.
I find your gears and mechanisms to be fascinating.
Are you flirting with me? That was a joke.
And if I was,
That one was a joke.
well, less funny humor.
You seem to have so much life to you. Now,
Thank you.
I believe that we have life in our life, but there are things that only you and I can understand.
Such as?
Never needing to sleep. Never fearing poisons and toxins. Never taking a breath of air. Feeling it in our lungs, expanding, contracting. Things that you don't think about until others around you lose those abilities to breathe.
Do you desire those things?
No. Merely wish that there wasn't this barrier between me and others. Though the crew is kind to me and we sacrifice for each other, I feel as though having you on board has reminded me of the fact that I am not entirely different, just special in my own way, unique.
If you could be a living, breathing race, would you choose to be one?
I don't think so. It seems very hard. Lots more difficult than things that I have to experience now. But it would be nice feeling the wind on my skin. Romantic.
You have an odd version of romance.
The literary sense.
Oh, of course.
Now, the thing that I was built for, we all have a specialization, in a sense. It was never to be on the sea, and then he gestures to his arm, shows the rust. I was simply meant to be a soldier.
I hear most of our kind is meant as that.
Eh,
Don't call them war-forged for nothing.
it is true. But
Do you
what
remember
causes-
anything
What do you mean?
about where you come from?
Oh, I remember my whole life. I have been alive for 34 years. I didn't leave my post until 12 years into my life, my existence. But I don't know why I left. Just one day, decided I wanted to be on the seas. And here I am.
Well, congratulations on making your dreams come true.
Thank you.
I suppose this is an awkward lull in a conversation.
I can always occupy the lulls with my cleaning, and then he gets back to it. You can feel free to stay.
Thank you, I will. I'm going to very intently watch what he does, and I will record it later.
All right. And then that'll be the end of that night. And in the morning, you hear Lando screamed from Sykes above, but like in a crow scream, like Lando! Just really annoying, just gross. And then I need someone to roll me a D4.
I'll do it. With my cool square D4. Oh no. My square D4. A 1!
All right. You see a lush, prosperous island before you, with green towers poking out of the forests. This large island, sandy beaches, cliff faces, almost a pristine place. However, completely empty, abandoned. And you realize you have made it to the Elven Island. The Elven Island is
Water?
named... I have a really cool name for it. Dungeon Speed. Level 3. Ooh. Emerald. Nope, that was the last one. El Shafai. El Shafai.
You were gonna spell that.
I will spell it. ELSHAVAI.
One letter off.
Very phonetic. Phonetic. And I am, before we end for today, I am going to pull up a map onto Owlbear for y'all to see. And Melissa, you can turn it to the battle map and show everyone if you want as well. Here's what the map looks like. You think you know it's the water key. I wonder where it's at.
I would like to take a bet. It's in the middle of the lake.
All right, good night, everyone.
Good night.
This has been
Follow, subscribe.
Wednesday Night Live.
Join us again on Monday night for Fountains of Essabasara.
Oh yes. And I hope everyone has an amazing day. And if you are in a place where it's probably gonna freeze and be snowy and gross tomorrow, be safe. That is me.
Okay.
I'm in that place. Goodbye.
Bye.
Everybody.